So today you're going to get a close-up view of Nebraska's Panhandle skyline while on a Jeep tour of Fort Robinson, surrounding buttes and interesting geologic formations unique to this part of the state. Rides are available during the summer months, and I will tell you I have taken the Jeep ride twice throughout the years, and I have thoroughly enjoyed it. So come along while we go ahead and take a Jeep ride through Fort Robinson.
During that remount era, leading up to the 1936 Olympic Games in Berlin, the U.S. Olympic Equestrian Team actually came out and did all of their Olympic training here at Fort Robinson. Not very often you get to talk about the Olympics in Nebraska together, so we do like to brag about that story a little bit. Issues with the bison getting out, though. They're pretty content. They've got pretty good
Life here.
Yeah, good amount of ground to cover, so they're never really pushing up against the fence too hard. So that paved road we were just on is part of the state park. So if you've got a park sticker, you can actually drive that road all the way through. It'll take you out to a scenic area out here, and then it'll loop back to Highway 20 actually.
I see. Okay.
This road that we're on right now is just for the Jeeps. The Jeeps are the only vehicles that can drive this road. However, people can come out here and you can hike this on foot or you can take it by horseback. Myself, I'm content to just sit here and drive it. It gets a little steep.
Oh, I don't know. I think my camper van could do it.
That would be quite the sight to see that trucking up and down this path.
I'll bet he can do it. We like to watch.
Yesterday was all traded up going out to Toadstool.
Oh yeah?
Jeez, that road's rough.
It is a little
in
rough
that camper
getting out
van,
there.
I felt like everything was shaking apart.
Yeah. Feel like you're gonna rattle your tires right off.
Oh
the
my
vehicle.
goodness.
Dead trees down in the area. And the reason for that is a fire we had out here in 1989. It was started by lightning, and it did burn 48,500 acres. So just as some perspective on that number, the state park sits on 22,000 acres.
Yeah.
So that fire was at the time actually the Nebraska state record for the largest wildfire in the state. After it burned through, the Boy Scouts would actually come out to plant trees to try and restore the area. They did that for 25 years, planted roughly 50,000 trees. Now they did stop after 25 years because the survival rate on the trees they were planting was right around 1%.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Yeesh.
So not a whole lot of success.
Basically a waste of time. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's too bad.
It is. They say this area used to be really heavily forested.
Yeah.
You don't see that too much now.
You don't.
If you take that paved road I was talking about, it's called the Smiley Canyon Scenic Drive. If you take that all the way through, actually, there's a monument up top at the end where for the Boy Scouts, it kind of talks about that tree planting that they did.
Oh, I see.
I will tell you, as we drove along the trail, it was just magnificent to see out in the distance, look at the buttes, and just awe over the beauty that God creates for us out here. I hope you're enjoying the ride along as much as I did.
These yellow flowers that you can see on the left, you'll see plenty of those on the trail. Those are all wild sunflowers. And so the old farmer's tale that goes along with the wild sunflowers is however tall the sunflowers get in the summer is supposed to correlate to how much snow you'll get in the winter. So really tall sunflowers, you're supposed to see a lot of snow.
Wait to see that.
Yes, so shorter sunflowers like this, fingers crossed we won't get so much snow this year.
Oh, I just saw a really cool one.
Yeah, we'll see how much truth there is to that. See if those farmers know what they're talking about.
So this was one of our stops on the Jeep tour, just overlooking the buttes. So the buttes is actually the end of the state park. All the flat ground that you see out there is actually private property. But I tell you, what a view.
So that's why. And then it's kind of hard to see right now with where the sun's at, but if you look from the back of Turtle Rock to the right, that next big rock formation out there is actually called Darth Vader Rock.
Okay.
When the sun gets a little bit higher, it's a little bit easier to see, but we think that kind of looks like Darth Vader's helmet out there.
Okay.
So those are our two big rock formations that we'll talk about. So if you look out to our right here on this cliff, you can see those trees growing out of the side out there.
Yeah.
Right underneath those trees, you can see that kind of white line going through the butte. So that is kind of where they speculate would have been sea level at one point. So they say a lot of this out here in one day was all underwater. So that white line that you can see, it goes all the way through the buttes. That is where they think sea level would have been at.
Right. Wow.
So it's a little bit harder to see from here.
Crazy.
But if you go back into the fort and you look back up into these buttes, you'll be able to see it really well. It's real distinctive.
Yeah. Good to know.
They say you can see it really well in Scotts Bluff too, out in those cliffs, but I don't think it's nearly as visible as it is out here. That white line is really easily seen, especially from a distance.
And just when I thought we couldn't get any higher, here we go up another hill. So this was our last stop on the Jeep tour, which was the High View Overlook. So enjoy some of the scenery as we did while we were up there. So hey guys, after we got done with the scenic overlook here, that was our main stop and end of the tour, as you could say. So from here we just ended up going down the butte and then head our way back to Fort Robinson. I hope you enjoyed the Jeep ride as much as we did in person. It is highly something I would recommend that you do as you go out and visit the area. Hope you enjoyed the video, and see you in the next one.